Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Thank you so very much. Welcome back to Just with Sherry. So many new developments have occurred in the legal battle between Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively. And as usual, I am back here to dissect everything with you guys and give you my humble opinion. So let's get started. As reported by CNN, attorneys for Blake Lively and her former It Ends With Us director and co-star Justin Baldoni, whom she has accused of sexually harassing her during the firm's fraud production, met in federal court for the first time on Monday, amid their complex legal saga that has been subject to weeks of dissection by social media spectators. Neither Lively nor Baldoni were in the New York court for the pretrial conference, where Judge Louis Lehman advised the attorney to avoid making statements in public that could prejudice the proceedings. If the parties try to litigate this case in the press, the judge said he has the ability to move up the trial, currently scheduled for March 2026. I hope the trial gets moved up, quite frankly. The sooner the better. Attorneys for both Lively and Baldoni emphasized in court the negative impact the case has had on their clients. My clients are devastated financially and emotionally, Baldoni's attorney Brian Friedman said, adding that his clients have suffered hundreds of millions of dollars in damages. He said that they want the case to move forward quickly for the sake of their future livelihood. Lively's attorney, Michael Gottlieb, said the retaliation campaign by Baldoni's team has been devastating for her. Well, she started it. You're not supposed to launch attacks on the other party's character, he said. Gottlieb said he plans to file an amended complaint by February 14th that includes new claims and additional defendants. In a statement after the hearing, Gottlieb and Ezra Hudson, another one of Lively's attorneys, said they were pleased with the results. Oh, really? They were? And eager to move forward immediately with discovering this case. Really? Pleased with the results. Okay, let's backtrack a little bit. This particular hearing was actually a win for Justin Baldoni. Blake's team wanted a gag order placed on Justin Baldoni's lawyer because they felt like he was saying things that could prejudice, could taint a potential jury for the case. The judge denied that. The judge denied it. The judge said, no, I'm not going to grant a gag order on Justin Baldoni's lawyer. The judge also said, I expect you both, and I'm just paraphrasing, right? Both parties and the lawyers of both parties to act in a professional manner and not go out to try and taint the other person. And if you do, then I'll move the case forward. Which, by the way, we want the case to be moved forward, right? Because the sooner the better. Let's get over with this. Let's end it. So that's to give you a summary of what that was about. And I think Blake's team wanted it to seem like it was a win for them, but in reality, the judge denied their request. So it wasn't a win for them. But I guess allegedly, we know that Blake has an interesting relationship with the truth. So nothing surprising there. But let's talk about all that has happened since the last time we spoke. So Blake Lively asked not to be deposed by Justin Baldoni's lawyer, which, mind you, is silly. Because why would you think that a judge would grant you that when you don't have anything to prove that he would act in an unprofessional manner, or he would act in a way that wasn't fair to the defendant, right? Or to her in this case. Nothing to prove it. As usual, she makes accusations, allegedly, without facts. So that also was rejected by the judge. He will be the one to depose her. And she should be worried, because that guy, from all we have seen, from all indication, is a shark. And he's not gonna let it go easily. she's going to be faced with every single one of the alleged lies she has said in this case, and he will make sure that we all hear about it. You know how he rolls. So I guess that's why she was trying to not get deposed by him, because I can't wait for that deposition. Like, I cannot wait. This same lawyer created a website where you can see all the details about this case, her claims and the evidence denying her claims. You know, like I said on the last video about this topic, right? What makes this case so frustrating is that you can clearly see evidence showing that what she said did not happen in those situations. A video was released where you can see that he wasn't the one that initiated any kind of conversation out of character. She was. Whereas she had claimed he was the one that went out of character first. The video that she claimed, listen guys, that his partner, his business partner, showed her a pornographic video. The video that she's referring to has been released for us to see. It is a birth video of the business partner's wife giving birth. It's not even a video of her actually giving birth. It's a video where you see her carrying the baby. She just gave birth and she was covered, so she wasn't naked. It's actually a very beautiful video. And the reason allegedly he showed her that was because they were trying to agree and put together and describe the giving birth scene that happened in the movie It Ends With Us. Is actually towards the end of the movie. And so in order to show her the idea they had for that scene, he wanted to show her the video. Basically, that's the video that she was referring to. And from what we are hearing from their side, she ended up not even agreeing to see the video. So she made a claim that porn was shown to her when not only did she not see the video, but number two, it wasn't a pornographic video. You see? We listened to a voice note. It was an audio from Justin to Blake, where he was apologizing for any way she felt like, you know, she wasn't heard or whatever kind of way. You could tell in the video that he was just trying to keep the peace, and that the real problem wasn't about sexual harassment, but it was about her wanting more control than she should have as an actress. And you could tell in the audio, if you listen to that audio, that he was basically trying to just placate her. Like, I hear you, I'm sorry, I'm on your side, and all of that. Nothing about that audio shows, number one, sexual harassment. Number two, that he was in any kind of way anything but nice to her. Again, it goes against what she claimed in her claim. And there's so much more. Like, guys, let's keep on going. You guys really need to go to the website. I have it linked up here, because you guys need to see for yourselves everything all the evidence that has been brought out in this case, and see what I'm talking about. Let's not forget to talk about Ryan Reynolds. Ryan, the husband of Blake Lively. By the way, Blake Lively, aka Plantation Princess. Why? Because she decided to have her wedding on a plantation, guys. I mean, talk about character, but yeah, let's go on. Ryan Reynolds allegedly had a scene added to his movie Deadpool where he was mocking Justin. And I think Justin's team have asked for the write-ups concerning that scene to basically prove their case and prove their point. I think if they get it, it will prove their case, because if you see the scene, you can clearly see that this dude is talking about Justin. This all goes to prove the whole bullying scheme. Because think about it this way, right? These two people, Ryan Reynolds, an actor apparently worth about $350 million. Blake, apparently about $30 million. They come together and they decide to take over the movie from Justin. Remember that Justin isn't necessarily a very big director. He has starred in a few movies. He just started this company with his partner where he wanted to start making movies that told motivational stories and whatnot. And due to the fact that he has a very rich business partner, he was able to acquire the rights to It Ends With Us. So Blake comes into the movie as an actress and she's looking at, hold on a minute. So I should be taking orders from this dude that is not even a big time director when I could get rights to the producing rights to this movie. I could get the rights to maybe the sequel of this movie. I could do this, I could do that. And quite frankly, with the connections that I have, I'm speaking as Blake Lively, right? With the connections that I have, with who my husband knows in Hollywood, with my dragons, Taylor Swift and co, I could do it. And this dude, he wouldn't be able to do anything about it. So there she goes. I think when she started off, she tried to sound like she was being friendly, like she was being soft and whatnot. And then when she actually ended up having disagreements with Justin, she's like, oh, you know what? I'm going to go full on. I'm going to accuse him of sexual harassment. It's all alleged. I'm going to accuse him of sexual harassment. I am not even going to try and act like I'm being nice. And then there's nothing he's going to be able to do because he cannot afford to go against me legally. He cannot afford to battle with me, even in Hollywood. She was able, through her husband, Ryan Reynolds, allegedly, to get Justin dropped from his agency Endeavor, which, by the way, they're another set of people that, in my mind, should really, really get the repercussions of all of this. Because how are you going to drop your talent for no reason, only because Ryan Reynolds allegedly asked you to? It shows you what's going on in Hollywood. It shows you the dirty game. It shows you that just like when the Me Too movement started and so many things got uncovered, so are things getting uncovered now. So are we now seeing what happens behind the scenes in Hollywood. Certain people have the power to get you dropped from agencies. Certain people have the power to get you in movies or get you out of movies. Certain people have the power to do whatever they want to do to your career. Because don't be deceived. If they had succeeded, which is still ongoing, but if they had succeeded at what they had originally planned, this dude would have lost the rights to this movie. He would have lost his career. His kids would have been affected. His wife would have been affected. His future would have been affected. His reputation would have been affected. Because think about it. Who in Hollywood would have wanted to mingle with him when such an accusation is out there and when he had enemies such as Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds? So the plan for them was perfect. It was inhumane, but perfect for them. It was meant to work. But let me tell you something. Just like I said before, every day is for the thief, one day is for the owner. And let me add something else. Blake Lively said she is Khaleesi from Game of Thrones and Ryan Reynolds and Taylor Swift are her dragons. Well, Justin has dragons too. And that is us, the independent media. And let me tell you, we are ready for the fight. So bring it on. They were so delusional that they wanted Justin and Mayfair to take responsibility for the bad press that Blake Lively was getting from the marketing she was doing for the movie. Blake Lively literally went on an interview, and when asked what would she say to a domestic abuse victim that reaches out to her based on the fact that the movie is about domestic abuse. And her answer was, well, you want me to give her my address and my location too? What do you want? That was her answer. That was her answer. Did Justin make her say that? Did Mayfair make her say that? She was promoting the movie and talking about her apparently her hairline, her alcohol line, talking about flowers and everybody bring your flowers because the main character owned the flower shop. Allegedly, she didn't even read the book. All alleged. She didn't even read the book. And you could tell that she didn't read the book because the way she was marketing it showed that she didn't know what she was talking about. Nobody smeared her name. She did it all by herself. She did it all by herself. She's still doing it all by herself. Because this could have ended. This could have been over. She decided to have a claim against him. She decided to do that after getting the bad press she got. Of course he had to react. Of course. Even her so-called dragon, Taylor Swift, allegedly is stepping back from her because Taylor got to read the messages she sent to Justin, referring to her as a dragon. And also, allegedly, the meeting that Justin is talking about, where Blake called him to the meeting and Taylor was there, and she apparently liked Blake's edit of the movie or something like that. From what we're hearing from Taylor's camp, she wasn't even aware that Justin was going to be there. She just thought she was being invited by her friend to come over to the house, and she came. So as it seems, she was set up. She was set up. And as it seems right now, it seems like Blake has a way of using her friends like Taylor Swift and like all those big names to get what she wants without them even knowing. It's all alleged. But I would wonder, like, in my opinion, I do not think that Taylor Swift will put her reputation, her career on the line for Blake Lively. With all due respect. Like, I don't think she would be willing to tilt things in the direction of Blake Lively for a movie when it could in any kind of way give her negative press. So I do believe what we're hearing from Taylor's camp, that she wasn't in fact aware that that Justin was going to be there. I believe that. We're also hearing that there's a new movie that is coming out with Blake Lively in it. She apparently already filmed it and it was already scheduled to come out. I think the movie is called Another Simple Favor. You know what's making me laugh about this? I think Blake Lively hasn't realized the extent of how much all of this is affecting her and is going to continue to affect her and her career negatively. I think she's still in a bubble where she thinks she's going to come out victorious at the end of the day. I think her and her husband are so egocentric, so arrogant, so proud that they don't even realize what has happened. For her to think that she would be able to release a movie in the midst of all of this and that the movie would be a success, I don't know how many people want to see her face on the screen right now, because I know I definitely don't. And I know I'm not alone. And I think the numbers will show exactly how people feel. I really do think, and I'm not like necessarily wishing it, because I know there's so many other people that put in work for that movie, unfortunately. But I don't think that movie is going to do as well as it would have if all of this hadn't been happening. I quite frankly think that Blake's career is over. I think it will be very hard for her to come back from this. For Justin, on the other hand, I think he can come back from this, because in a way, he's seeming like a really good person. He's seeming like completely the victim in all of this. And he's coming across as someone with high moral standards, he's just coming across in a very positive way, and he's getting a lot of attention, even though, of course, I'm sure his attention he wished he didn't get, but, it is what it is. And I think at the end of the day, when all of this is over, there's a very high possibility that Justin will come out of this better than he ever thought he would have. And his career will continue to grow, and he will continue to gain even more fans. But as for Blake and Ryan, yeah, goodbye. I mean, I don't see Blake coming out of this. It would take a slam dunk. It would take something that has an evidence that hasn't been brought out and that is unequivocally gonna make her point, of which, with everything we have seen and with all the lies that we have allegedly seen that she said, I don't see that happening. So good luck with the movie. You need it. Listen, regardless of what you think about Blake or Justin, maybe you were a fan of Gossip Girl, maybe you're a fan of Ryan Reynolds, maybe you're a fan of Blake Lively, her as a person, whatever. You cannot deny that right is right and wrong is wrong. I'm not getting paid to say any of this. I'm just looking at the facts and I'm speaking based on the facts. I am not here to talk about speculation. We hear rumors and maybe she had a crush on him. Maybe this, maybe that. All of those are rumors. But the facts that have been presented to us, those ones are not disputable. They're there. You can see them if you want to access them. And they are painting a very clear story. And the story that they're painting is you have a lady called Blake Lively who wanted more than she was meant to have in the movie as an actress. She wanted a lot of credits, a lot of control, a lot of this, a lot of that. And the person who actually bought the rights to the movie and who also was a director, who was trying to basically accommodate her, but at the same time let her know, like, I can't give you everything. Like, I still have to do my job as a director. And she didn't like that. And so she decided to ruin him, ruin his career, just so she could get her way. It's all alleged, but if you look at the facts, this is what the facts are stating. The facts are also stating that it's very obvious that she and Ryan Reynolds thought that they could easily do this because they didn't realize that he was going to have his business partner, who is a billionaire, back him up and sponsor all of this. So if you look at it, your strategy would have worked. It would have worked. And I wouldn't be surprised if it isn't the first time that they have done this, because they would have gotten away with this, guys, if not for the fact that Justin had a strong, rich business partner who decided to say, oh, Blake and Ryan, you want to play? Now let's play. And here we are, guys. Whew. This got me so animated. Like, whenever I'm talking about this, guys, I just lose it, because I think of what would have happened to this guy if she had gotten her way, and how many people have lost their reputations and their careers because of the Blake Lively's of the world. And it's just not fair. It's just not right. It's just like I said, we are his dragons. We're going to fight. We're going to fight for what is right. We are doing that. We'll continue to do that. And don't let me just be here talking to myself, guys. Go to the comment section. Write what you think. Write your opinion. I'll reply. We can talk about it more. Like and subscribe as you're doing it. Share so even more people get to hear the truth about this whole situation. And as you do that, God bless you. I love you all. Bye, all. Mwah.